Hey y'all, welcome back to Decode's Concept Corner. Today we're going to be learning all about long vowel sounds. Last time we learned about our short vowels and what sounds they make and some motions that we can use to help us remember them. So first let's go over what our vowels are and what short sounds they make. First I'm going to start by writing all of our vowel letters on my whiteboard. We have A, E, I, O, and U. Now let's go over the short vowel sounds for each of our letters. A says A, like in apple. E says E, like in our friend Ellie, the elephant. I says I, like in itchy. O says Ah, like in our friend Ollie, the octopus. And U says like in upper. Now that we've reviewed our short vowel sounds, let's learn about our long vowels. So, for our long vowel sounds, we can remember a trick that long vowel sounds say their name. So let's look back at our vowels and let's think, what do we call this letter? A. So that is our letter name. So A's long vowel sound is A. E's long vowel sound is E. I says I. O says O. And U says U.
So, how do we remember our long vowels here at Decode? Let's imagine we're playing a game of football. You need me to go long so that I can catch the ball, which means I'm very far away. To get my attention, you have to yell my name. Niall, go long. And touchdown. Long vowels are the same way. They need to go long, so we say their names. Let's practice with our first vowel, A. We need A to go long. So to get A's attention, what do we need to say? A, its name. Great job. Let's try again with our vowel E. We know we want E to go long. So to get E's attention, what do we need to say? E, its name. Awesome job. So now we have a tool to remember that long vowels say their names.
I've grabbed some materials that we can use to help our decoders practice their short and long vowel sounds. This is our vowel sound basketball. This is a game where we can get up and moving with our decoders and help them practice hearing short and long vowel sounds in words. To start playing our game, we have two buckets. One is labeled long and the other is labeled short, and then we have our basketball, which is just our foam dice. So we're going to give our decoder a word, and they're going to listen and tell you if they hear a long vowel sound or a short vowel sound. Once your decoder tells you what vowel they hear, and if it's making a short or long sound, they're going to take the die and throw it into whatever bucket matches the sound that they hear.
Now we're going to try another activity so our decoders can practice hearing short and long vowel sounds in words. All we need for this are colorful tiles. We're going to start by giving our decoder a word. My word is caught. Then we can practice that sequencing skill and ask our decoder to tap out the sounds. So let's try it. Now that we've tapped out all the sounds in our words, we can ask our decoder, where do you hear the vowel sound? I hear it right here. And we're going to ask our decoder if they hear the long or short vowel sound. We can also ask our decoder what letter is making that sound. O, exactly. So now I'm going to switch out my short O sound for the long O sound. I will ask my decoder, what is the long O sound? Remember our trick for our long vowel sounds. The letter says its name. So our long O sound is O. Now we can ask our decoder to tap out the new sounds we hear in our word. So we have O, O, and then we can try to blend it together. Let's say it slowly first. Coat, coat. Now let's try it fast like a word. Coat.
Now that we've learned some fun games and activities we can play with our decoders to help them practice their short and long vowel sounds, let's go over a few tips and tricks that we learned in today's video. For tip number 1, for our early decoders, we can use some keywords to help them remember their long vowel sounds. Here are a few of our suggestions for words that you can use with your decoder. Tip number 2 is when you're playing the vowel sound basketball game, you can use some of our skills that we practiced earlier when we were segmenting to help your decoders really hear where the vowel sound is in a word and if it's making a short or long sound. So feel free to grab some Play-Doh or some tiles to help your decoder sound out the sounds in the word, point to the vowel sound, and tell you if it's the short or the long sound. Our third and final tip is to make sure that you're not using written words with any of our activities. This way your decoder is really going to practice that sound awareness and pay attention to the sounds they hear and not use memorization skills. Also, a bonus tip is to make sure you throw in some nonsense words to make sure your kid is not practicing memorization once again and really practicing the decoding skills. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Stay tuned for our next video on finger stretching.